Congress who works and comes home to you. My name is Maria Chappelle Nadal. On August 2nd, I am asking for your votes. My name is Maria Chappelle Nadal, and I approve this message. How about a little Wednesday night baseball? Tonight, if the White Sox taking on the Cubs, that one's at 8 on ESPN. Before the game, of course, baseball tonight. Tune in at 7. And we've got a great night of International Champions Cup matches for you as well. It all starts 7:30 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2, Real Madrid versus PSG. Then at 9:30 on ESPN2, Bayern Munich battling AC Milan. And at 11:30 over on ESPN, Chelsea takes on Liverpool. And after that one, don't miss Sports Center at night with Stan and Neil in LA. They'll have the highlights from the game, plus Major League Baseball, NFL training camp news, and an NBA championship preview. Speaking of the West Coast, the newest star in Golden State played his first game at Oracle Arena since signing with the Warriors. Kevin Durant received a warm welcome filled with cheers as Team USA took on China in an Olympic exhibition game. Durant scored the first 10 points for USA, finishing with 13 in a 107-57 win. Stephen, what was your reaction to Durant's opening debut last night?
Well, believe it or not, for me, I mean, listen, I'm torn because regardless of whatever apparent friction we may have had, it was just over one incident. I mean, I've always considered Kevin Durant a great person. His family, his mom, his brother, his friends, they're great people. And Kevin Durant is a phenomenal basketball ambassador. Literally loves the game of basketball. He'll walk up to a park in the streets and start playing. You know, with the regular Joes out there and what have you. I mean, he's a baller extraordinaire. I consider him to be nothing short of great. He's a top 3 player on the planet. He's that lethal. He's that big time. He can average 30 in his sleep. I think he's the one individual that has the potential to usurp Kareem Abdul-Jabbar as the game's all-time leading scorer in history. This is what I think about Kevin Durant as a player. And as a person, there's nothing bad to say about him. I think he's a really good guy. My issue was simply not him leaving at all, because I thought he had the right to leave, and that's fine. It's going to the team that beat you. And so the fans out there in Oakland that watched him, you know, Kyrie Irving, who hurt him, who killed him in Game 7, when he hit that three-pointer to seal the deal, made sure to let Kevin Durant know prior to tip-off, you were going to get the ball early. I'm coming to you. And everybody knew that. Krzyzewski knew it when he started all 3 Golden State Warriors, and Green, and Klay Thompson, and now Kevin Durant. You know, grand entrance in the second quarter by Steph Curry, who showed up to support the guys, and Kevin Durant going over there to hug him at halftime. It was a beautiful thing. We get all of that. The flip side to it, the reason why I'm torn is because I love competition. I like seeing greatness going up against greatness, not greatness joining greatness. And by Kevin Durant electing to go to the Golden State Warriors, in my mind, he's essentially taking the suspense out of the Western Conference. I know that CP3, Blake Griffin, and DeAndre Jordan are in Los Angeles. I don't think they can beat these boys. I know that LaMarcus Aldridge and Kawhi Leonard have been joined by Pau Gasol. I don't think they can beat these boys. And so when don't get me started with anybody else in the Western Conference. So what is there to think about? It's inevitable because of Cleveland's dominant in the Eastern Conference that there's a collision course between Cleveland and Golden State. And that puts me in a position where my NBA season, November through April, is jeopardized because I have little to no suspense.
Yeah.
And it would have been better if Kevin Durant had gone somewhere else. But I can't, you know, it is what it is.
Well, you're right about this. Kevin Durant playing on the Warriors is like playing pickup against a bunch of regular Joes in the park. The Western Conference has no shot. You want to see competition? You'll see one of the all-time great finals, Cleveland against the Warriors, assuming health. There's nothing stopping that. But
Right.
Kevin Durant, in the words of Rakim many years ago, Stephen A., come say hi to the bad guy, don't say goodbye, don't plan to die. Kevin Durant right now on this squad is not going anywhere. He's going to have to embrace the fact that people are going to hate on him and hate on the Warriors because they see it, many do, as an anti-competitive move. Although I don't entirely, because again, the Warriors did not win the championship, they lost. I think that opened the door for this to happen. I want to say this though, over time, as a result of really the reason why Kevin Durant left for Golden State, which is they play basketball, in his view, properly. I don't think they were the most talented team, but they were almost the best because of their style of play, and of course an abundance of talent. Because of that style of play, and because Durant has kind of pure basketball motives for going, I think the media will fall in love with the team over time. If you think about those teams that the media just fawns over throughout history, Clyde Frazier's Knicks team, they played the right way, they hit the open man, that was beautiful basketball. Bill Walton's Portland team that went, oh my God, that's how you play. Tim Duncan's San Antonio Spurs squad, that's the proper way to play. The media will embrace it over time, and that will slowly trickle down to the fans, and this team will be remembered lovingly by people. They're not going to remain hated for long.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Did you watch USA against China last night?
Right.
No. Answer the question. Answer the question first. Answer the question. Did you watch it?
I watched the Democratic National Convention.
Let me tell you why you didn't watch it. Even though you like,
because the convention was on.
Hold on, we both like our politics. Fair enough. But let me tell you the reason why you didn't watch it. Because the outcome was a foregone conclusion.
Yeah.
Did you watch the Dream Team? Did you watch the Dream Team?
Excuse me?
Did you watch the original Dream
That's
Team?
not fair.
Were those
Yes,
not
I did.
foregone conclusions?
Yes, I did.
Time out.
Let me answer your question. I did. What I did is because we hadn't seen it before.
And we haven't
seen, in 1992 in Barcelona with Magic and Michael and the crew getting together. We hadn't seen that before.
Stephen A., when we
but
see
after
this
that, we
team,
didn't want to hear anything about it.
when we see this team doing their thing to teams like the Clippers that are stacked, to some of these Western Conference teams, even, by the way, the Thunder are still going to be good. Yes, Duncan is gone. We all know the Spurs are going to be great again. When we see this Warriors team clowning the Western Conference, it's like, look, Mike Tyson tickets when he was in his prime started getting hard to sell. That's why he was in Tokyo when he lost to Buster Douglas, because it was hard to sell that in this country. It's a 90-second fight. But let's not pretend that Mike Tyson fights weren't huge events. People wanted to see. Sometimes you get to an elevated, sublime level of dominance that even though it's sort of anti-competitive, you still have to watch because it's spectacle. I'm going to be watching Warriors games.
Yeah, see, you're saying that, but first of all, that's a horrible analogy because there's 82 regular season games. Of course, you're going to watch Kevin Durant and Golden State Warriors.
Before he lost.
Hold on. On this show, you got to let me finish my point, boy. You got to let me finish my point, my man. They got the Clippers, you got the San Antonio Spurs, you got the Cleveland Cavaliers. Okay, you'll watch the Knicks against Cleveland in the Eastern Conference. But when you talk about suspense, I'm saying to you that by and large, over the course of a regular season, it's going to be hard. Trust me on that. It's going to be hard.
I'm watching.
To watch.
I'm watching. Now you're right. I may not
Bible
watch the
study
fourth quarter
tonight
when they're sitting all the starters,
at
but I'll
Second
watch
Missionary
the
Baptist
quarters of the
Church.
game.
Okay.
We're studying the book of Acts, chapter 14. That's tonight at 7 p.m. Listen to Pastor Isaac Parker as he lays out and illuminates the Bible. Come visit. That's tonight at 7 p.m.
Yeah, I know, but you know how that go. We been avoiding some questions. If I miss you, I tell you.
You owned your car for 4 years. You named it Brad. You loved Brad. And then you totaled him. You two had been through everything together. 2 boyfriends, 3 jobs. You're like, nothing can replace Brad. Then Liberty Mutual calls. And you break into your happy dance.
If you sign up for better car replacement, we'll pay for a car that's a model year newer with 15,000 fewer miles than your old one. Liberty stands with you. Liberty Mutual Insurance.
Discover how a Lexus Master Craftsman turns an ordinary experience into an extraordinary one. Get great offers at the Lexus Golden Opportunity Sales Event. Lease the 2016 ES350 for $329 a month for 36 months, and we'll make your first month's payment. See your Lexus dealer.
Huh. 7 ingredients for better gas mileage. Wonder what they are.
Corrosion inhibitor.
Solvent fluid.
Demulsifier.
Fuel detergent number 1.
Fuel detergent number 2.
Anti-adhesion compound.
Join Second Missionary Baptist Church as they have their weekly Bible study. That's Second Missionary Baptist Church, 512 East Osborne Street. That's going to be tonight. Pastor Isaac Parker will illuminate the Bible and point out what we need to know about God's holy writ. That's tonight at 7 p.m.
Why? Because I am the boss. You're not the boss. Mom's the boss. Technically, they're all bosses. Technically, mom's the boss.
The family favorite. You'll play.
The right things working together can give you an advantage, like Truebiotics with Immune Support Advantage. Its unique formula supports immune health in 2 ways, with probiotics that work in your gut and antioxidants that work throughout your body. Truebiotics from One-A-Day.
Did you know this Samsung front loader with Ad Wash from Lowe's easily allows you to add clothes to it even after it's already started, so nothing ever gets forgotten?
So you can add clothes after the cycle started?
Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
That's great.
I agree.
I agree more.
Well, I guess we'll just have to agree to agree.
Feels like I'm still agreeing more.
Now get up to 25% off appliances $396 or more at Lowe's.
That's right. Stay twice and get $100 in Wyndham Rewards gift cards. That's true. $100. I love my job. Stay twice and get $100 in Wyndham Rewards gift cards and save up to 25%.
Clean food. What do you want to hear? When you read Panera Bread Box. Because clean food is food as it should be, with no artificial flavors, preservatives, sweeteners, and no colors from artificial sources. We think clean food tastes better, feels better, does better. 100% of our food will be clean by year's end. Every bite will be food as it should be.
It's a golden opportunity to experience breathtaking Lexus performance in street level form. For a limited time, get great offers on our complete line of F-Sport performance vehicles at the Lexus Golden Opportunity Sales Event.
That guy's the most significantly dominant player that we've played against since Columbus.
Look at towards the field dive for the end zone, and he got there, he did! Touchdown! Superman! Watson downfield, touchdown! And that was easy for Deshaun Watson. Watson rolling out, takes a downfield shot. Touchdown, Tiger! Let's strike it, touchdown again! That was all Deshaun Watson running and throwing.
That guy coming back for that team, I think is going to make them a very, very competitive team in terms of being in the championship arena again.
It's almost here, so fired up. And that high praise, of course, from a powerful man in college football. Our next guest certainly has lived up to the hype, becoming the first player in FBS history to throw for 4,000 yards and rush for another 1,000 in a single season, scoring 35 touchdowns through the air, 5 on the ground. We welcome Clemson quarterback Deshaun Watson to the First Take Desk. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for the show.
Yes, we appreciate it too. So what does it mean to hear a guy like Nick Saban say you're the best talent he's faced since Cam was arguably one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL?
It means a lot. Of course, I have so much respect for him and what he's done for his program and just college football in general. He recruited me hard, and I think he kind of knew, but it's just it's a privilege, it's an honor, it's a blessing. So I just take it and embrace it.
Good company to be in.
So you're a score away from winning the national title. How does that feel, sitting here with that all off season and everything? What do you go through?
At first it was tough, but at the end of the day, you look back, it's hard to get there. We made a lot of mistakes, on both sides of the ball and special teams. We had opportunities to win it or pull it out, but you know, we just have another opportunity to go and you know, try to get it again. Yeah, that's the good thing about college football is you kind of have to regroup and start over again and you know, and try to go, you know, chase it again.
What a game. You put on a heck of a show. Before Stephen A goes, though, so I understand your mother is a big fan of the show, specifically Mr. Smith over here. Is that true?
Yeah, she loves Stephen A. Smith.
Well, you tell her I love her back.
Does she watch it?
Well, my first question is, what the hell are you doing here without her? I mean, if mama got love for me, I want to see her. Where's she at?
She's at home. She's watching Ashley. You know, she tried to come up, but I think, you know, NCAA rules, all that stuff don't pan out well. But yeah, she's watching the show. She's a huge fan. So she's excited about, you know, when being on here.
Well, you tell her from now on she's going to be called Mama Watson. So when I say Mama Watson, everybody knows I'm talking about your mom, okay? And it will always be in only glowing terms, of course. Let me ask you this question, Sean, because I got to admit, I knew you were talented. I didn't see this coming. 4,100 yards passing, 1,100 yards rushing. I want to know, what do you think your skill level is at? I mean, because obviously the expectations are huge for you this year. Where do you believe your skill level is comparable to everybody else in college football? And what are your specific expectations for your team and yourself this year? Meaning Heisman, national championship, combination of both, etc. What are your expectations for you and your team this year?
It's very high. You know, we want to go on the field. We want to be the first team ever to be 15-0. We want to win the national championship. You know, individual goals, you know, I want to win the Heisman. I want to be the #1 draft pick. You know, I feel like I'm capable of doing that. I feel like there's another level to my game that I can play at. You know, last year I was coming back from ACL, and you know, I don't want to make any excuses, but you know, I kind of started off slow and then kind of gained that trust in my knee. But this year I feel confident. I've gained 15 pounds over the whole season. I feel faster, stronger, and the team is more confident. You know, I have a lot of weapons around me, so.
Let me piggyback off that answer to ask you this question, because so many times we've seen in the past a quarterback who happens to be athletic, and as a result, people try to dissuade them from using their athleticism, because the true success at the quarterback position comes from one's ability to stand in a pocket. But the NFL game has evolved to the point where we're seeing a lot of quarterbacks running with the football, and that obviously seems to be something that benefits them tremendously. Where do you side in all of that? Do you feel a need when you're out there on the field at the elite collegiate level to show that you can pocket pass, or do you just play?
I just play. You know what I mean? I understand my game, and I know what I can do, and I can pass the ball if I need to. And also I need to run the ball, you know, especially with, you know, today's game, you know, there's bigger, you know, faster guys up there up front, you know what I mean? Like, looking at the, you know, the NFL, you put Von Miller at defensive end, you need someone to get away from him. So eventually you're going to have to run the ball. And, you know, that's how I feel. I just play my game, and I know that, you know, I'm capable of making plays and, you know, getting that win.
To that point, because it's interesting, because you're at the age where maybe you didn't experience this coming up, but were there people who were dissuading you from playing in a particular style? Because as Stephen A. mentions, you are now actually the prototypical quarterback that the NFL is looking for. You went from that style of play, went from the outlier, they can't really win that way, to Cam Newton and Aaron Rodgers and Andrew Luck and Russell Wilson, and it's like all of the top shelf guys now are like you.
Right. You know, it's not really, because I knew where I wanted to go. I knew I wanted to throw the ball. And you know, I've talked to a lot of, you know, guys that play in the NFL of the, you know, the summer as I've been training, and they said the biggest thing is you know, the process of the game. Can you process information? How quick can you process? Some guys can't process information, some guys can't. No matter what kind of offense you come from, it depends how fast can you process and be able to translate it to the field.
Deshaun, you mentioned the Heisman earlier. You finished third in voting last year. That's the highest for a Clemson player. And this year, you're the favorite according to Westgate Las Vegas Superbook. When you hear the Heisman conversation, what's the first thought that comes to your mind?
Honestly, I'm not even sure. It is, you know, just it's a great honor to be in that field. You know, so many great athletes have, you know, accomplished and being in that room and that great talent. But you know, it's something I know I have to go prove and earn. You know, it's not given at the beginning of the year. You know, and it's, you know, kind of out of my control. All I can do is perform on Saturdays and let the voters pick.
Deshaun, we all know that most everyone looks at Alabama as the powerhouse of collegiate football simply because of their success in the Nick Saban era. We've heard what Nick Saban had to say about you, as Molly alluded to when she started off asking me questions. My question to you is, how much did it help you that you lost in the national championship game to Alabama, considering how well you played? How much do you think that will help you, and how much you think it will help your team going through that specific experience, although y'all ended up on the losing side?
I think it helped a lot. And just starting off with, the grind. We understand that, every little mistake is going to cost us. No matter if it's, drop pass in the first quarter, that pass could have led to a touchdown or first down to a field goal. So every play matters, and we have to grind and finish the whole deal. And being able to have that little chip on our shoulder, knowing that we went 14-0 and then finish it, it kind of hurts us, and that we take each week one week at a time.
Deshaun, I gotta admit, I'm a huge fan of Nick Saban, but I love me some Dabo Swinney. I saw him the other day. He's hilarious.
High energy, so
he's
fun.
funny, high energy, great coach. I'm real happy for y'all, man. I'm a fan of Dabo Swinney. I want to make sure I mention that on this show because he called me out for picking against y'all. Okay, so I just want to make sure I did that.
Good.
No question. He seems like he'd be fun to play for.
Mama didn't hold it against him, but Coach holds it against him.
Right?
Mama won't.
Thank you so
Mama,
much for being here.
You speak glowingly about
Yes.
Mama Watson.
What's her first name so we can give
Mama
her
Watson.
Deanne, thank you so much for watching the show. You're invited anytime.
We'll call her Mama.
Okay, he's going Mama.
You're on a first name basis with her already?
I just want to give her some love. I appreciate that she's watching, right? Okay. And we appreciate you. Can't wait to see you back on the field again. Best of luck this season. It's a huge week here on First Take, the new era. Not only Deshaun Watson stopping by the desk, tomorrow rapper Birdman joining us. On Friday, actor John David Washington, you know him from Ballers, he'll join the studio as well. Tune in all week here on First Take. Coming up, Richard Sherman, as we know, hasn't been afraid to speak out on issues, and you don't want to miss what he had to say about the NFL. That is next. The guys will react.
When you can take your hands off the wheel to get out of a tight spot. When you can relax with your foot off the brake and stay put. And will enjoy 400 horsepower that's both smooth and controlled. That's the more human side of engineering. This is the Lincoln Summer Invitation, currently manning a dealer for limited time offers. Lease in on KC for $289 a month and get 0% APR for 60 months, and just announced a $1,000 summer invitation bonus.
This is the Dell Inspiron 2-in-1. It has 4 versatile modes and a 6th-gen Intel Core processor for getting more done. Like rocking marine biology term papers, or making the baddest beats on campus. Inspired by you, multitasking double major. We love your work.
You totaled your brand new car. Nobody's hurt, but there will still be pain. It comes when your insurance company says they'll only pay 3/4 of what it takes to replace it. What are you supposed to do, drive 3/4 of a car? Now, if you had Liberty Mutual new car replacement, you'd get your whole car back. I guess they don't want you driving around with green wheels. Smart.
With Liberty Mutual new car replacement, we'll replace the full value of your car. Liberty stands with you. Liberty Mutual Insurance.
Whopper, fries, soda. $10. Someone's gonna get fired.
Fired and Flame Grill. Get 2 100% beef Whopper sandwiches, 2 fries, and 2 drinks now for just $10. Get the 2 for $10, only at Burger King.
Here I am, working my canister off to clean and shine and give proven protection against fading and aging. You won't use those copycat wipes. Hi, doing anything later? The quiet type. I like that. Armor All Original Protectant. Don't be dull.
Oh, birthday. Who are these people? Is that Fred's dog? Whatever, doesn't matter. Oh, but there's breaking news days. Because if you're not the first to learn that,
I spoke privately with the doctor. The shoulder is going to be fine.
then you can't be the first to tell your friends that. I spoke privately with his doctor. The shoulder should be.
Herpes. Love means doing the right thing when it comes to feeding your family.
And a whole child abuse scandal. So you got owners have shown up for entity to just concentrate on football and making their money and cashing their checks as opposed to doing what's right from a societal perspective. So we certainly applaud Richard Sherman for pointing that out because he's absolutely accurate. But when he speaks to Black Lives Matter, as one of
don't think it's the white player's obligation to speak up. He was asked about this directly. I think it would be nice to show some unity within our league. I want to address Richard Sherman and the white players to whom he may be referring, because I really disagree with him there. Now, to your point, Stephen A., yesterday, no, the white players shouldn't speak up if they're unfamiliar with the issue, if they haven't been sensitized to it.
Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2.